tournament.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And it's game time. Here we go. Last round of this 2-on-2 match in this Unreal North Mixed Cup. You got Team France versus Team Long Name. We're going to have a 2-on-2 on Rankin here. We're going to start off following Aiko. He had a, well, on DM Rusing, he had a pretty big game there, getting knocked off the amp early on. He's going to try to attack it from above. We know he likes that lightning gun. He's probably just going to position himself up there. Nope, he's going to actually go for the amp. I thought maybe he would try to neutralize it. And again, this early in the match, he knows he can pull out that link. He's going to have the health advantage on anyone who spawns. Going to grab that amp, try to get a couple shots off. Probably going to go down here to this assault rifle. Not one more bullet. If anything else touches Aiko, he dies. But couldn't quite get it on him. Now he's going to have a chance to soak up some of those backside health packs. Ooh, walks right into a combo there, being a little bit too predictable with his aggression. Spawns right on top of him, but has a teammate there. So these guys are going to split up, take their sides, and pretty much going to fight over this next 50 armor now. As Red over here has the lightning gun area on lockdown, but they both get knocked off of it. Both teams having a tough time stacking up, despite how much vials and and of course armor is on this map. They're both still at relatively low health, stacks, and so you're gonna see a lot of miniguns, a lot of spam coming out to try to break everybody down. However, I imagine as the match goes on, people are going to spread out a little bit more and have time to stack up some of that health and armor. Exactly what you see Aiko doing right there, picking up some vials in the 50, taking some flak to the face though. He's going to go down. So right now you're looking at 4-2. See if I can get a bead on this next amp. I forgot how to bind. There he goes. See F51 actually grabbing that one. I'm going to see if I can follow him with it. There he goes. Pulls out that minigun. Once again, he knows nobody is particularly stacked. We've only had a couple hundred armors come out. 50 armors have kind of been all over the place, so doesn't have to worry about anybody turning the corner and having 150 health or anything. So he's just chewing people up with that minigun. Probably going to make his way towards that 100 armor. Aiko's been getting him, but he's about to face some amp flak to the face. Oh, that minigun doesn't take him down before he gets 3 rockets off. Hunter does go back to red, though. So you can see where we're looking at with the scores here. Wish we had a breakdown per team on the power-ups, but they seem to be more or less split. Both teams have been contesting the 100 armors and the amps. In 2-on-2, it's a little less chaotic than 4-on-4, so I imagine both teams will be contesting the majority of the power-ups throughout the game. A lot of times in 4-on-4, as the map goes on, things get a little bit chaotic, and you don't see as many contested power-ups. But you see F51 completely stuck in that lift. His teammate does help get him out of it, but he's still just got assault rifle, doing some damage while he can. But Aiko now in a spree, answering that spree that we just saw by F51 himself, or was it not? I don't remember. Oh, a nice grenade coming out. Not able to knock Aiko off of the amp, but he does do some damage. Steals away that shock rifle and picks up the lightning gun. So gave up 1 life, but did some damage and stole 2 key weapons. So not a bad move by F51 there. Now he's going to see if he can't take himself a 50 armor. Ooh, walks right over it. Still able to pick it up, but now he's in a bad situation going head-to-head against Flak in that little corridor. Able to back up, but he's taking a lot of damage. He's going to go down to that amp link. So Aiko still looking pretty good on life after that amp run. Getting linked down though. He's going to put out some damage, but he's going to go down himself. Ooh, grenades his teammate. Always a bad idea. 100 armor will be up in a few seconds. It looks like Not has the angle on that. Aiko with no real weapons to speak of can't contest it, so he's just going to soak up some adrenaline, or no, he's actually going to go down and try to neutralize it. Looks like they're making a play on it to at least try to prevent red team from stacking up at all. Gets the kill there. Has himself a lightning gun. Try to position himself probably for the next amp. He's got 2 assault rifles on him, rather. And that can do some damage over time, but again, the assault rifle's so inaccurate, it's basically a crapshoot. Amp comes up. F51 steals it, takes out Aiko. We're going to watch him on this run. He's down to 28 health already. Figures he's going to catch a spawner around that shock. Sounds like he's back by Link. Yep, there he goes. Oh, in the last second, the Link just from the grave takes him out. However, he does spawn right back on his weapon, so essentially just a trade there. But it does neutralize the amp, unfortunately, for F51. Of course, Eiko really deadly with that link gun. F51's going to beeline it straight to that 100 armor. Actually damages himself by piston jumping to it. He does steal it away, though. And what I'm noticing is, overall, the red team has been favoring that shock and LG side, kind of holding that side of it, whereas blue has been content to hang around that mini side and make plays on the 100 and then just push through for amp as it spawns. They haven't been contesting the lightning gun and shock spawns themselves all that heavily, which is not entirely surprising in the 2-1-2. A lot of times, though, you will see that emphasis. You see F51 with the booster trying to grab this before the amp comes up. Blue team needs to decide now, do they want to try to neutralize this immediately or try to get that amp and hold him off of it? Looks like they're just going to try to steal away this amp. Can't get it, so now you're looking at an amped booster going on by F51. And the 100 armor is up as well, so he's going to get one shot off, killing him off the 100, taking it himself. He is completely stacked. And he has amp. So blue team right now, again, they need to decide whether they want to try to bum rush him and nip this in the bud, or just kind of run away and wait for amp to run out, and then weather the storm. F51, though, they're doing a good job of evading him. He's not getting too many shots off on him. And the ones he is getting off, his teammate tends to be in between the two. In fact, he can't get any shots off right now. Not taking much damage himself, though, so not a hugely productive amp run, but he's still in really good shape. He's running around with 164 health now in a map full of people that all have less than 140 health. So we ought to get a couple more kills out of this booster run. And that's pushing red in the lead, but of course, blue team should be popping their adrenaline relatively soon, as they're not far behind. And I imagine they'll be getting some of those pickups as well. See, red, they're doing a good job of having one distract while F51 turns the corner and shoots them in the back. Your shield gun's not going to block any shots from behind you. Good jump by F51. A little inadvertent flag running skills there coming into play. And red team, blue has to have timing of this amp. There's no way they don't have the timing. But they're having trouble getting into position, as we see Eiko getting a little bit of a noticeable packet loss there. And that's, again, not surprising. That's just kind of how his internet is. So here, 50 armor taken. Blue making a push over to that lightning gun side, and so red right now trying to make that amp run count without giving up any more kills, because he's down to 58 health. So most of the weapons in this game are going to kill him pretty quickly if he's not careful. 100 armor spawns. F51 grabs it. A fluid combo. Showing good map awareness, and I think I heard a booster pop on blue, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not mistaken. Eiko's here. The green crosses of life floating all around him. He's already back up to 199. He's actually going to have a bigger booster than F51 had gotten on his, and I think they're doing dual boosters if I'm... Yep, we see both boosters coming out at once, I believe. Maybe not. Alright, could be mistaken. Oh, I see. It's a competing booster. We got dueling boosters here. Eiko, though, already stacked up. He can't even grab the 50 armor because he's so stacked. He's going to make a play on this amp and try to finally take it away from the red team. He's been getting the last couple. He's going to do a ton of damage to that. He takes a ton of damage himself, though, so... Oh, a nice flag double kill by Eiko. Getting a little lucky there. Once again in a situation where even an assault rifle bullet's going to kill him here. Link gun finally chews him up. So red going up by 9 now. I wouldn't say they're pulling away, as we're not even halfway through this match, but what I'm noticing is they're doing a good job of either controlling, or basically they're making better use of the amps. Blue has gotten some of the amps. They haven't really made in many prolonged runs with it, whereas when red wins the amps, they tend to do a better job of chasing blue off of them. Some patience there shown by Eiko, and he knows the spawn's going to happen there, being a dueler. That is one advantage, especially in 2-on-2, that a lot of duel players will have in Team Deathmatch, is they can predict these spawns, and they can predict a lot of the cutoffs really well as well. Whereas whenever you play something like 4-on-4, it's going to be a little bit more chaotic, a little bit harder to really go out of your way to cut off a spawn, but definitely comes into play in 2-on-2. Red team now taking the 100 armor. I'm not sure if blue heard or saw it taken. They were down by that flat, but I couldn't tell if he was within range of it. Red team, once again, though, you see him grabbing that amp, and blue team opting to back. Ooh, well, I take it back. It actually worked out that time. Blue team has been backing off of these amps rather than trying to neutralize them, and it actually worked out there as they bait not into chasing them right into some link gun. It's the second link primary kill that we've seen coming out by blue in a really big situation. So Knott's heading up to that 50 armor. Throws his assault rifle, so F51 will at least have that. It's still about the equivalent of throwing a handful of mosquitoes at someone in this game, but handfuls of mosquitoes can be rather obnoxious, if not life-threatening. And Ski there doing a nice job keeping Knott at bay, but survives with 1 health, gets the combo double kill. Living on the edge is Knott. He has no time for fear. And Ski had a good idea there. He knew Knott was really low on health, but he didn't realize he had swept through and picked up some of those health vials. Some more good prediction combos coming out, but of course that link gun of death. Death from below, if you will. So Knott's over by Shock. It sounds like they're getting ready for this amp to come up. Blue team doing a better job now, getting in position ahead of time. Again, though, I'm not sure what the timing of the 100 armor is for these, and you know, who has timing of the 100 armor rather. Leads up to 13, and I hear a booster going off. Who's it going to be? Oh, Zako goes down on the 100 armor, doesn't pick it up. Ski's going to sneak in there and take it, but he's probably going to go down here. We're going to watch F51 now as he's got another booster going. And wisely backs off there. You'll say, well, he has a booster. Why doesn't he take him one-on-one? Well, because you want to get the most out of your booster. If you die while you're boosting, that's really a worst-case scenario. Oh, there you go. His booster was pretty much up, though, by that point. So he did get a good amount of utility out of it, although not many kills or not much damage out of it. But the last thing you want to do is start your booster and then lose it when you're halfway up. Because remember, it's not an instant health boost. It's slow over time. So it gives the other team time to neutralize it. And that right there was some rockets coming out by F51. That's good communication by his teammates. Knowing where the enemy team is. Ooh, that rocket almost connected. He's in trouble now, though. There's some good damage going down, but Aiko predicting him very nicely with that flak. And Ski's going to try to finish him off. He's going to at least push him back. Well, no, Ski's going to go turn his back to him and head over to that 100 armor. Risky move by Ski. F51 lets him get away with it because he wants to get in position for this amp. Pops. Rocket's coming in. Aiko with a nice combo, but doesn't kill him. Oh, that shot went right through him, it looked like. Might need to go back and look at that one. F51's got to have one of those what just happened moments because that lightning looked like it went right through Aiko's legs. However, he's so low on health, he's going to opt to play it safe, use that amp to essentially scare off the blue team rather than trying to run around and get kills. Up by 14. You can play a little bit more conservative with about 6.5 minutes to go. You pretty much just need to make sure that you don't get caught into that respawn grind, meat grinder. In other words, as long as you're not constantly running to the other team and dying, you're in good position here. Obviously, 15 frags, not a huge insurmountable lead, but in 2-on-2, it takes quite a while for that to dissipate, and it's going to take blue quite a while to whittle that lead down. What they need to start doing is getting some of these amps having some more effective runs. They've been doing a pretty good job of contesting all these power-ups, but even the 100 armors, a lot of the 100 armors that they're getting, Red has been in position to cut them off and make them pay for it. And of course, that's one of the see a nice flat coming out there by Aiko. I'll go ahead and watch him, see where he's at. 50-45, good prediction shot right there. Again, some of those dueling skills coming into play. See if we can't get a nice third-person camera going. Well, just in time for Aiko to run away with it. See what he does with this. Not a lot of health and armor, so he's going to want to stick with his teammate. They'll probably make a move around for this next 100 armor. Maybe they can get a clean grab this time instead of taking a ton of damage. F51 drops right down in front of him. Double kill coming out. He's going to turn the corner. He's waiting for a spawn at Link. He's probably going to expect one to come up to Lightning Gun and 50 armor. Again, those dueling skills come into play. He's got that booster going. Took out he negated that 50 armor already. So he knows that everybody on Red Team right now has 100 health or less. Surprised he doesn't pull out the link gun right here, but he may not have one. See his teammate running around with that minigun. Once again, red team, he knows he negated the only armor they had. So with that booster and that amp, he can be extremely aggressive here if he can find them. And this is where your teammate's communication comes into play. So he gives up that 50 armor, inadvertently of course. Takes some damage, trying not to hit his teammate. Rocket comes in, so good job by red of not only denying a big run by that booster amp, but taking him out in the process, not even letting him get the full use out of it. What they did that was really effective there is they essentially split up Eiko from his teammate. They basically kept them apart separately, and then that way they were fighting him 2-on-1. There's not much you can do 2-on-1 in this game against two skilled players. Even if you have that health advantage, you can go down so quickly. Oh, is it SKL? I don't know. Fine, SKL. That's so much harder to say. Anyway, so they're up by the rocket launcher. Not's gonna go down again. 1 health. How many times have we seen red get away with less than 10 health this match? And in a 5-frag game, that's pretty huge. I mean, we've seen them get double kills with 1 health before. So it's a 5-frag lead right now. I'm gonna go ahead and throw up the scoreboard here, get you a little idea of what's going on. We'll view some of these stats if I hit the right button. So you see, once again, the power-ups pretty much evenly split. I think the story of this game so far has been how well they've used the power-ups, as the red team's just done a better job of making use of them, whereas blue has been getting them and a lot of times having them negated, either being killed or being chased off. SKL, though, looking really good right now. He does have 100 armor, 166 health. He's going to make a push through that flak area. They're pretty much just hurting the red team right now. Maybe trying to do what we saw them do to Eiko during his amp run before, and basically divide and conquer. Ooh, SKL just not able to get any shots off. Not's going to chase him all the way off that amp. Oh no, I think Eiko actually stole that one, did he? Yes, so Eiko with this amp lightning gun, he's going to run around. 2.5 minutes left, only a 3-frag lead for red. This is a good position for blue to try to make a comeback. They need these amps, and they need to be able to sneak around off of that amp and get some shots with people aren't expecting. Oh wow, falling lightning gun shot by Eiko. I'm guessing he was fully committed to getting that shot off rather than trying to sustain his positioning. See him on a killing spree. Only down by 2 now. 2.5 minutes left. SKL takes 100 armor, so all of a sudden we're seeing the exact opposite of what it was earlier in this game. Red was able to build this lead by pushing blue off the power-ups and neutralizing whenever they did get them. Exact opposite's happening right now. And so Eiko now doesn't want to go down. He doesn't want to give up any unnecessary kills at this point because it's essentially a tie game. Oh, and a good prediction shot. Catches the spawner. He's not going to kill him, but he's going to chase him off that shock rifle, which is just as important because right now he's going to be coming at him with a shield gun. Would be surprised if he doesn't chase him here because he knows he doesn't have anything. Oh, link gun comes out. Can't reach him. Wow, nice job evading by red. Again, more dueling skills coming into play. Oh, and he gets taken down by the lightning gun. Another good job by red of communicating where they're going and what's happening. It's just good situational awareness there. Probably coming down to good communication. That amp is going to be huge. SKL picks it up. Only 18 health, but keeping it away from the red team is just as important as doing anything with it themselves. He's already down to 23 health and 4 armor. He's going to be able to chase them off of that 100 armor by using it, and that's going to give Eiko a shot to go on a run of his own, probably to finish off this game. I don't feel like we're going to see much happening with his amp, so I'm going to switch over to Eiko because he's the one that got that 100 armor. He's probably going to be in the best position to have any sort of sustained run here as he takes some LG shots but still has plenty of health. He's going to circle back around, probably head up to that 50 armor. It spawns. F51 gets knocked off of it. Blue team's probably going to take this 50. Nope, they give it up to Not. Try to take him out in the process. Not goes booster. I'm not sure, you can't view in spectator mode what the adrenaline status is for anybody else, but Not certainly putting himself in position here in the last minute. We may see an overtime. I'm not sure if this is timed overtime or if it's sudden death. Certainly Not trying to avoid either one as he's chasing down Eiko. It's a dangerous map to chase on, especially someone with a shock rifle who can throw combos in your face. Gets a kill with 30 seconds left. He's going to get this 100 armor. Not virtually invincible right now, but he needs to make sure that he can protect his teammate. Oh, SKL jumps in and gives up another kill. You can't do that in that situation. Red's up by 2 with 20 seconds left. Not virtually unkillable. So we're going to watch F51 because if anyone's going to die in these next 10 seconds, it's going to be him. You almost want to tell him to just go run and hide in the vent right now. Just pull up your shield gun and survive. And that's pretty much what he's doing. Putting space. So he's going to go down. Aiko has that amp, but I don't think he's going to find enough people to shoot. Just running out of time here. Some nice shots coming out. So a good comeback attempt by Blue, but just couldn't quite sustain it. I think they were probably one more amp run away from pulling this one out. Red jumped out to a pretty good lead, but Blue, of course, able to turn around those power-up controls, like I was saying. And I believe that's going to give the match to dn9wki, whatever. I'm not sure what that stands for. Someone wants to let me know. Feel free. But